This episode of Says Who is brought to you by you through your support of our Patreon at patreon.com/sayswho. That's our Patreon, where we're back on track starting this week every Sunday, pretty much every Sunday. You get this all over again. You get me and Maureen doing a little thing we call the Town Watch. That's if you give it the $5 a month level. What else could you do? You could throw another $5 into the pot, and then you become a member of the Says Who Sticker Club, the best club, the club that rain or shine, you can count on getting a great sticker in the mail every month, because that's the whole point of the Says Who Sticker Club. That's if you give it $10. The other thing is if you give it $5. It's all for you at patreon.com/sayswho.
Hey, my name is Maureen Johnson. I write books. I got so much book stuff going on, Dan. It's everywhere.
Yeah, you sure do.
Yes. I've never seen the movie Uncut Gems, but I feel like I'm living it. I just know that it's this guy kind of running from thing to thing, just trying to keep ahead of a situation. And occasionally he stops and goes, "This is how I win." That's how I feel about finishing a book while a book is coming out and other projects are happening.
Yeah.
But coming out very, 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 very soon is you are the detective, the Creeping Hand Murder.
Yeah.
If you pre-order it from the Mysterious Bookshop in New York, we will sign it and then we will send you a personalized, cool card that you only get from there. We were going to originally write the personalizations in the books, but a lot of people wanted them, so we are actually doing these bespoke cards that you get special sent to you.
I love it.
And you could pre-order it from anywhere. And right now, if you pre-order it, the first 200 people that pre-order it and click the link that you can see in my, where did I put it? Oh, Jesus.
Maybe it's in your other pants.
I sent it out in a newsletter.
Okay.
Because it was going fast. The first 200 people got an incredible tote that said, "I'm off to solve a murder."
Mm-hmm.
But I have to put that link up. Follow me on Instagram and sign up for my newsletter too. Just go to my website. Just please. This is a general thing. If you go to my website, you can just sign up for a newsletter. I almost never send stuff. But when I do, it has something in it. It's like 4 times a year you'll get an email. It's genuinely not. It's not one of those things where I'm like, "Hi, let me tell you thought I had about paper and its importance." I don't do that.
Okay.
I'll send you a note that's like, "I have a book coming out. Here's a cool thing. Okay, I hope you're doing great."
I mean, what if I wanted to know your thoughts on paper and its importance?
I have been thinking about sending more newsletters out, like maybe once a month.
That sounds good.
I don't know. I
think you should do it.
Okay, bye.
I forgot that we were still in the beginning of this whole thing.
Yeah.
If you'd like to order Maureen's books, we offer a little quick link over at kickbezosintheballs.org, where you can get Maureen's books. You can get other books. You can just get books. It's great. kickbezosintheballs.org. And while you're shopping on the internet, you can always go to merch.sayswhopodcast.com for Says Who merchandise, or you can go to shop.dansinker.com, where I sell patches. They are all back on sale because I am back home. Shirts, stickers, all that stuff. Shop.dansinker.com.
Hello? Hello? Is this bees? Oh my God. Why are you, Rudy Giuliani, why are you calling me?
Just wanted to let you know.
Why are you calling me?
You might have forgotten about me, but I didn't forget about you.
Did you just try random numbers or something?
Just put them in. I just hit them. On this little thing that I got in my hand. I hit those numbers. And
how many calls have you made?
Say, what do you want? Why are you calling me? Stop calling me, is what they say. And I just hit numbers and then they call me.
How many people have you called today?
That's not an important detail in this story.
Are you okay?
So I'm great. I got a broken back. But
oh my God.
Great, baby, because I'm back.
Oh my God.
Everyone's talking about me. Everything's coming up
Oh my God, I'm not ready for this.
It's time!
Welcome. This is who the podcast is not podcast. It's not good for you.
It's not.
You shouldn't do that.
It's the coping strategy. I'm Dan Sinker.
I'm Maureen Johnson.
I need some water.
Like, we knew you had to do it, but it's not healthy, you know? It's not good for you. He's off to get water, guys. That was not good for him.
The water is. It's fine.
Do you need to go find some water?
I'll be right
Yeah, he needs to go get water. I'll just chat with you guys for a minute. It's really nice to talk to you guys. I think he's doing better, by the way. He looks better. Oh, I mean, he doesn't sound better, but he looks better. Just letting you know. Just so between us, he's putting his headphones back on.
That kept hurting more and more.
I bet it did.
But not when I was doing it, but after.
I don't think there was anything good about what it did to your throat, but it was beautiful to hear.
Oh, he's back.
Well, you're back. How do you feel about being back home?
You know what? My summer shit's behind me, Maureen.
Dan, I have to say, like I've said, you guys, you only heard part of what Dan went through this summer. It was terrible.
It was
it was relentless.
It was legitimately insane.
He kept sending me texts, and after a while, I didn't even know what to say because I'm sorry I didn't cover it. And I was just like, "Did you make it a wizard angry? Like, what's going on with you?"
It definitely feels like there's a monkey paw hiding somewhere.
Oh yeah, for sure.
For sure. We got back in town on Saturday night after a 12-hour drive day, which is not the normal thing. Usually when we're coming back from Colorado, we break it in two. We stay in Lincoln or Omaha, Nebraska, which is at about pretty much exactly the halfway point between the two places. That was basically the plan, except that we got another little round of excellently terrible news on Friday, which set us off for a much later leave time. So we were like, okay, we're going to have a long day. We're going to leave hopefully sometime this afternoon. We'll drive sort of 5-6 hours and then have a longer day the next day, but not an insane day. We departed at 6 p.m., which is not the time that you should leave for a long car ride. And we are driving eastbound on I-76 and then meeting up with I-80 in Nebraska. Kind of partway through I-76, the sun has set, and we just see in the sky ahead of us nonstop flashing, right? And at first I'm like, maybe these are like radio towers that are in the fog. It's raining lightly the whole time. And finally, at one point, I'm like, Janice, can you check the weather? 'Cause I don't love what I'm seeing ahead of us right now. And so she checks and she just goes, oh, God. And it turned out that, sort of most of the distance of Nebraska, which we had been planning on driving as much of as we could, was enveloped in like purples on a weather radar. And every single town along the way was like severe thunderstorm watch, flooding watch, blah, blah, blah. We were like, okay, we're not getting very far. So we stopped in Ogallala, Nebraska, which is for longtime listeners of the Hitch, the travelogue podcast that we do when we're in our trailer, might remember that Ogallala, Nebraska is where our trailer broke down once. So we have great experience there. But yeah, so we made it 3 hours the first day of driving before we had to stop. So the next day was a 12-and-a-half-hour drive day, which felt like the appropriate end to this summer. I feel like, where you're just sort of forcing yourself to move forward because there's no other option.
That's a beautiful symbolic journey.
Yeah, it was. I do have to say, though, that the length of time. So also the first 5 hours of those 12 hours was entirely through the rain. My throat's still wrecked. But I will say, partway through that lengthy time, one of the things that I do like about very long road trips is your brain just sort of gets to wander a bit. And I did find myself, because one of the defining moments of this summer has been there has not been a single moment to catch your breath. Like, the shit has been so unrelenting and so fast that there has not even been a moment to get perspective on it or to think about what is happening in the middle distance instead of the absolute immediate needs. And it did allow me to do that. And I was like, oh, look at that. I'm thinking about things that I haven't thought about in a while. And it did feel by the time we got back, despite being exhausted, that it was like, okay, maybe I'm past it. Now, who knows? I thought that way back in June when my mom died, and I was like, maybe I'm past it. And it just kept going. But my hope is maybe I'm past it.
Dan, we're all here for you.
Thanks.
We all got you. No matter what, even if we can't change what's going on, we're just all here for you.
I appreciate that.
If you're like, I need you to come and fly here and clean my house, I get on a plane and do it.
Oh, okay, great. When
I would actually love
now?
to do that. I'm one of those people that watches like cleaning people videos where they're like, I come and I just clean things.
That'll be great. We'll pencil that in for tomorrow.
Okay.
Great.
I would do it. I would do it. I would legitimately do it.
Sounds perfect.
Okay. Well, we've set that up.
All right.
I do have to finish my book first.
See, I knew you were going to throw some kind of wrench in this plan.
But when I'm done.
Yeah, but when will that
I'll
be?
bring my steam cleaner. I'm going to steam clean my windowsills. I'm going to repaint. I'm going to repaint some things. Dan, I have such a beautiful mental picture of what's coming.
Okay.
It's so beautiful.
We made a decision this summer. During the hell of it, I texted Janice at one point and I said, you know what? We deserve to get a new couch. So I think we're going to celebrate the end of shit summer with perhaps getting an inexpensive couch to replace the one that has multiple holes in it.
Dan, this should be the Says Hoovia couch.
No, it's going to be a purchased by me couch.
A Sinker and Co couch.
Yeah, it's just kind of I don't even know how it came up. Well, we've moved a lot of things. One of the weird things about this summer is how much moving has been involved. Like, just constantly. And so we were actually moving a couch for the no longer a teen because he is now in an apartment. And Akila was moved by pure weird coincidence. Akila is moving from LA to New York and was moving the exact same week that we were in Los Angeles moving our child into his apartment, which had no furniture. And she was like, what do you need? So his whole apartment basically is Akila's apartment now, which was great.
Not bad.
But yeah, we were moving couch and it was comfortable. And I was like, you know what? We deserve a couch too.
You deserve a couch.
That's nice and not disgusting.
Yeah, especially if it's a little deep.
Situation.
You can really get in there and...
Yeah, we need something. Yeah.
Well...
But Maureen, usually we banter for a good 30 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
But I do feel like...
We're not doing that today, Dan.
We need to jump right in. Because it has been an unusually Says Hoovian week, I would say.
Just the last couple of days have really been something.
Yeah, it's been like...
Hold on, I need my spiky mat for this.
Oh, okay.
Hold on, it's right here.
Wait a second. You have a new chair.
Nope, I don't have a new chair.
You have a new chair cover.
Yes, I love this chair. It's a good chair.
Yeah.
But it was starting to peel.
Okay.
So I bought a cover for it because I didn't want to replace it because this chair is like it's exactly right.
Okay.
So I just covered it
It looks
instead
nice.
of getting rid of it. Yeah, you could just buy chair covers that kind of snap right over, and
It looks less like you're streaming Fortnite,
I know it's a
but
gaming
that's
chair. I love
probably
this
for the
chair.
best.
I love this chair.
Okay.
It's so comfy.
I bet.
Anyway, this is my spiky mat.
Okay.
It's got
Maureen is
spikes on it,
displaying an orange mat
covered in
with
spikes.
hexagons on it. Those hexagons
Sharp.
are spikes. Oh yeah, she's putting it up very. Oh, there's
Ugh.
little spikes.
Oh, tons of spikes. Let's put this
And
down
what do you
there.
do with that?
You lay on it.
Why?
My friend Julie gave it to me.
Okay.
And she's like, it seems crazy, but you lay on it and then you relax. And it works.
Okay.
Like you lay on it and at first it's very spiky and then it like you're like, ah. And then you just start to relax into it.
Okay.
And you can put your feet on it too. It's
So
sharp.
that's what you're doing right now. You're putting your feet on the sharp.
Because you know what I'm doing?
What?
I'm grounding myself for this.
Okay.
Because we're about to go on a ride together, you guys.
We've got a few different rides to go. First one. Rumors swirled this weekend that Trump was dead.
Oh, what a night.
That happened the night that we were driving through with this kind of looming rainstorm. We had to stop at our forward momentum and find a hotel. And I got into the hotel room and I looked at my phone and I was like, what is happening right now? Like, I had to text Janice, who was just on the bed next to me, but we were being quiet so that the little one could go to sleep. And I'm all, you know how you want me to tell you things? If this happens, well, I don't think it's happened, but people are saying maybe it's happened.
Yeah. So let's get into why. And then I have a theory, by the way.
All right. So the rumors seem to be based mostly on shit birds on Twitter, which is probably the first giveaway that the man was not dead, right? But they seem to be based on the fact that he had not had any public-facing appearances in a few days, which is weird. And then his weekend plans were not public, which isn't that weird based on somebody who's looked at his weekend plans a bunch. They're usually not listed. But the combination of those two things did seem a little bit strange, considering this man always has a microphone in his face, and we had not heard from him in days and had not seen him in days. So yeah, so suddenly, apparently, if you don't see that man for a couple of days, the assumption is he's dead.
I'm sorry. Sorry, it's funny every time you say it.
He was eventually photographed from distance going to golf this weekend. There have been a lot of armchair diagnoses based on grainy photographs that he's not well or that he's had a stroke or anything like that. I will say, people have been diagnosing this man for nearly 10 years based on screen grabs and grainy photographs and everything like that. I guess one day maybe they'll be right, but
That's the thing.
just keep doing it.
I saw somebody post, I guess they're Russian, and they're like, well, guess what? Welcome to what we do here, which is you get constant updates that maybe dear leader has died. So I do have a theory. I didn't think he'd died.
Yeah.
But I have wondered for a while now, because for over a year, I don't know when we can exactly trace it. Trump has always been weird.
Yes.
But something has changed, and it really changed. I mean, we could see it even a year ago that really something was off.
Yeah.
In a profound way.
Yeah.
And he's just rambling about, I mean, that's the thing, is it's hard to tell sometimes, but this seems really, he used to be able to kind of respond appropriately or keep focus, and that's going away. And there's issues with walking, with gait, with all kinds of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I do think that and combined with the fact that he has some sort of heart issue that is resulting in edema in his ankles, there's a blood flow issue, less blood to the brain, etc. So I was like, is there a cognitive issue?
Yeah.
Part of this was driven by the fact that Vance gave an interview in which he's like, I've had 200 days of experience. I'm ready to do this job in case something terrible happens.
Right. Yeah. JD
So
Vance
that's what
seems to
really
be
drove
really
it.
remarkable when it comes to interviews.
He's very good at it.
Yeah.
But I do think something is happening behind the scenes.
Yeah.
I think he's getting worse.
Okay.
And I think that they're scrambling around. Oh, not for nothing. Somebody was throwing stuff out the windows of the White House yesterday.
Yeah, there is that. That was, to me, that was actually the strangest thing that came out of this weekend is the video shot again from quite some distance of an arm reaching out of a high window at the White House and dumping things out.
Something that genuinely looked like a wizard's hat, but it also I do think it comes from the private residence area.
Yeah.
So somebody in the private residence area was throwing things out the window.
Yeah. Which is strange.
So, I don't think that normally happens.
No, I don't think that normally happens.
So I do think he's not well. Genuinely not well.
Yeah.
And while I didn't think he died, I do think that things are happening behind the scenes because I think that there is a decline in mental processing.
Yeah, I mean, to me, I think I have a knee-jerk reaction against sort of Kremlinology, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, which is, for those of you that don't know, is the sort of terminology from back in the Cold War where people would kind of try to interpret what was happening in Russia, based on
Right. This is what I was saying earlier.
signals, right?
Yeah.
I think that he is very old. Do you remember he's like 79 years old now, right? Like eventually, even though his body battery theory has become more and more clearly actually how our bodies work, I guess. He is still quite old. Like, to me, there's that. I will always think about that moment that Biden walked out to do the debate. What, 2 summers ago? Last summer? Oh my God, that was just last summer, wasn't it? It was last summer. Holy Jesus, I thought that was longer ago. And there was suddenly this realization of like, oh God, that guy's like a weird skeleton zombie man suddenly.
Right.
Like, aging, you accelerate at a certain point. And I do wonder, has he just hit that acceleration point where he just is going to seem older than he has been versus there's something
I disagree.
wrong with him?
I disagree. I do
Okay.
I think that there's 79, there are very, very profoundly healthy, active 79-year-olds out there that are not acting like this.
Right, but he is not profoundly healthy.
Right. This is what I'm saying.
Hasn't been for a long time.
He has a unhealthy lifestyle. He has a very, very high stress, cognitive load job.
Yeah.
He has a blood flow issue, which is going to infect oxygen to the brain. And there is this is not criminology. Like, you can just watch him and see that he is having trouble. He's rambling. He's saying nonsensical things. He's not walking in straight lines. Like, something is, I don't think you have to read into it. You have to be like, well, something's wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, something's wrong with him. And I do think that everybody knows it inside and that they have to put steps in place. Yeah. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know if he maybe had a workup or something, but I do think that steps are being put in place. Truly.
Yeah, we'll see. They have announced, and this is another weird thing because it's not a normal thing to them announce this far in advance, but they have sort of issued a very vague, he's giving a statement at 2 p.m. today. So in classic Says Who style, we're recording before that.
Oh, yeah. So apparently it's about the Department of Defense.
Okay. All right. I haven't seen that. But anyway, it seems like largely the point is put him in front of a camera
Yeah.
and say words, right?
Right.
To kind of put all of this to rest. So we will see. But earlier today, he was dealt a bit of a blow in that his deployment of troops to California has been found to be illegal. A federal judge found that he'd violated the Posse Comitatus Act, which limits the deployment of U.S. troops for use in domestic law enforcement, because they shouldn't be. There are apparently only about 500 National Guards troops left in California, so we'll see kind of what happens there. But it is a bigger question mark about what this means for my city of Chicago, which is rumored to be next on his list. And rumored to be rolled out in the next just couple of days. So we will see what's happening there. My personal theory is this 2 p.m. statement is about Chicago and how they're rolling it.
Yeah, that does seem to be. I sometimes I check as we're talking because today is unusual.
Yeah.
That it very well might be about that.
Yeah. So in Chicago, there have been a bunch of rumors. The mayor of Chicago, Brandon Johnson, has come out to say, we don't fucking want you here. There were marches yesterday. But one of the things that has come out is that they are going to be stationed at the Great Lakes Naval Base, which is about 40 miles north of Chicago. I've been there before. I haven't been into the base, but it's actually in a very fancy part. It's right on the lake, so it's in some of the most expensive real estate in Illinois is right around the base because it's like the far north shore of Chicago. But here's the weird thing about that. That place is a fucking bottleneck. There's like 2 ways in and out of that base. So that will be interesting to see what happens.
That's a good idea. Make sure it's hard to get in and out of.
Yeah. I mean, it's a naval base, right? The whole point was you're going out onto the lakes.
Is that what they're going to do? They're going to take them by boat?
No, I can't. I mean, that would be hilarious. That would be very funny if they do like a D-Day landing on the North Avenue beach.
Yeah, I think they will. I think they're going to go by boat.
Yeah. But if they go by vehicle, there's a lot of choke points from Great Lakes to think. My main experience with the Great Lakes Naval Air Base is it is off of the Metro, which is the commuter rail. And I live fairly close to a metro station. And so when I was working downtown, I would often take the Metro because it's faster than the L. And if you take the Metro late on like a Friday night, Saturday night, it is full of drunken sailors who are going back to the Great Lake Naval Air Base. It is a real journey on those evenings. So, meanwhile, Maureen, in other failure news, Alligator Alcatraz, the concentration camp in the Florida Everglades, seems to be closing. According to the Associated Press, a rabbi who had put in a request to do chaplaincy there was told by the Florida Division of Emergency Management Executive Director that, quote, "we are probably going to be down to 0 individuals within a few days." At its peak, it only ever held 1,000 people. Cost $245 million to build and operate. Do that math, that's about $245,000 a person.
Jesus Christ.
Everything is a fucking evil photo op for these people. Their follow-through is fucking terrible.
Yes.
The problem is everything they do is the worst.
I mean,
even if their follow-through on it is bad.
Look, this isn't whenever people are like, we're sliding into, we're not, you guys, we're not, this already. We're not sliding into anything.
Yeah.
This is officially started.
Yeah.
The whistle blew.
Oh, yeah.
And, but I mean, we're not even going to get into what's going with, say, the CDC, which doesn't exist. All the stuff they've done with the COVID vaccines, what they're doing. That's just gone.
Yeah.
All that's just gone.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I did attempt to get a COVID booster and it was like, no, they were shut out. I think I may be able to get a prescription now, but
Jesus Christ.
But yeah,
But
they just
Maureen
shut them down.
Johnson, look,
We had to set this time aside.
we know what you're really here for.
And we're here. And we're going to give it to you.
And that's because Rudy Giuliani, America's mayor, was back in the news this
He
weekend.
sure was. He sure was. He sure was.
We learned about this via a Notes app official statement screen grab.
I'm gonna have an asthma attack during this. I know it.
Official statement for immediate release. On the evening of August 30th, 2025, in New Hampshire, Mayor Giuliani was involved in a motor vehicle accident. Prior to the incident, he was flagged down by a woman who was the victim of a domestic violence incident. Mayor Giuliani immediately rendered assistance and contacted 911. He remained on scene until responding officers arrived to ensure her safety. Following this, while traveling on the highway, Mayor Giuliani's vehicle was struck from behind at high speed. He was transported to a nearby trauma center where he was diagnosed for the fractured thoracic vertebrae, multiple lacerations and contusions, as well as injuries to his left arm and lower leg. His business partner and medical provider were promptly contacted and arrived at the hospital to oversee his care. At this time, no further updates are available. This is the only statement authorized by Mayor Giuliani, signed Michael Ragusa, head of Mayor Giuliani's security.
The big Ragu signed it. Hey. We got the big Ragu signed it. This is Ragu. This is Ragusa. Everything I'm telling you is actually what happened. Don't listen to anybody else. This is the only official statement, and this is the actual thing that happened, and it's not weird.
It's definitely not weird.
I sent this to Dan so fast, I think I hurt my finger.
Yeah, you were the first
I was quick.
First one to let me know.
I was like, Dan.
All right, there's a lot to unpack in this statement, but before we do that, there has now been an official police statement on all of this too. So I want to read the police statement, and then we can try to unpack whatever the fuck this all was. Here's the police statement. Based on the investigation to date and witness statements that have been gathered, the state police can confirm that before the crash on I-93 northbound, Giuliani and his driver, Theodore Goodman, were traveling on I-93 southbound when they were flagged down by a woman on the side of the road just south of exit 9N, who reported to them she had been involved in a domestic violence incident. Just after 9 p.m., Goodman initially reported the incident to law enforcement, and he and Giuliani remained at the scene until troopers arrived to investigate. Goodman and Giuliani spoke with the troopers about what they had witnessed and then left the scene before exiting the interstate at a nearby exit. Minutes later, Goodman and Giuliani got back on I-93, this time headed northbound, when they were struck from behind at mile marker 23.2, almost directly across from the scene of the reported domestic violence incident on the southbound side. Troopers who were already at the initial scene responded immediately and provided aid. Investigators believe the driver who struck Goodman and Giuliani had no connection to the initial domestic violence incident. At this time, all aspects of the crash remained under investigation, including whether distraction or curiosity of the initial scene was a factor. No charges have been filed. Video captured by troopers' dashboard and body-worn cameras is being reviewed as part of the ongoing investigation. Maureen.
Okay.
I'm so confused.
Yeah.
All right. Maureen.
Pull up a map while I just want to go on. Go on.
Okay. So first of all, you're in a car accident where you break your back, right?
Yeah.
Fractured thoracic vertebrae.
Yeah, that's the thoracic vertebrae are sort of the middle.
It's like, okay.
Yeah, sort of the rib cage area.
Okay. So your statement doesn't first say like, "Hey, Rudy Giuliani's been in a car accident and he had broke his back." Instead, you lead with he was helping the victim of a domestic violence incident.
Yes.
Which, oh, I'm okay. I've just spent a lot of time on highways.
Mm-hmm.
You're driving down the highway, and they are, so according to the police incident, they're going southbound.
Yeah.
And they're flagged down by a woman on the side of the road, just south of exit 9N.
And I just want to point something out because out of curiosity, I pulled up the road.
Yeah.
Because this is what I was wondering in this. There is a concrete barrier between the...
Sure,
yeah.
it's like an interstate.
Right. So I just want to keep going.
Okay. So they're flagged down by a woman on the side of the road. And first, you're on an interstate. You're going, 75 miles an hour, whatever. Somebody's flagging. So first of all, Rudy Giuliani and his driver pull over. That in and of itself feels wild to me. They pull over. And then it turns out this is not a person that needs their tire changed or anything. This is a domestic violence incident in a car, I guess,
or someone's
Unclear.
outside, right?
They then stay with this person until troopers arrive. Okay, it all feels incredibly implausible, but
they're on the other side of a concrete barrier.
No, they're going southbound, and that they're flagged over on. I'm assuming this woman is on the shoulder of the southbound. Right. They pull over. There's the concrete barrier is not in effect right now. That's just dividing northbound and southbound. But these are two gentlemen traveling south.
Right. Okay. And the domestic violence incident is on the southbound side.
Is on the southbound side. This is honestly the part that is the most confusing part of this whole thing to me.
Mm-hmm.
Because then the police arrive. They give their statement.
Mm-hmm.
They continue southbound.
Mm-hmm.
They exit.
Mm-hmm.
And then they go northbound.
Yes.
What is happening there?
Yes. Yes, that's the question. What is happening there?
Why are you turning around? And then almost immediately, they are struck from behind. The funniest fucking part in my head is, okay, you've got troopers that are like, all right, Rudy Giuliani just called in this domestic and we're dealing with this domestic. And then suddenly there's like, and they're like, what the fuck? They look
directly opposite.
Yeah, they look across the barrier and it's Rudy Giuliani. Like, what happens in your head at that moment? You're just like, the fuck shift did I pull today?
This person was 2 weeks away from retirement, whoever pulled up in this. They just didn't want anything weird to happen. Nothing weird or political that could really mess them up.
What are the chances that we ever get to see the dashboard and body-worn cameras?
Okay. So, this didn't happen.
It seems highly unlikely.
Now, a couple questions. How busy is Route I-93?
Well, let's see. I-93, New Hampshire. Maps. Okay.
You know?
So this is a Concord to Manchester to Nashua. So this is like the main, or no, not to Nashua. So this is like
it's a significant road.
Yeah, it's a real interstate. All roads lead ultimately to Boston from there. So it's for real.
I'm looking at an image of it. It's not overly crowded, but it's definitely got a lot of car. It's definitely got steady car traffic. Now, that leads into, is it possible is it possible that someone had a domestic violence incident, was on the side of the road? And yeah, it's possible.
Sure.
Is it likely? No, but it's possible.
Sure. Like I said, I have driven a lot of miles in just the last 2 weeks, thousands of miles. And I have never once seen somebody flagging someone down on the side of the road. That is a very, very, and beyond that, I have driven. So I can actually tell you exactly. We got our car, used car, had 37,000 miles on it. We just rolled over to 130,000 miles. So I've driven, we'll just say, 100,000 miles in this car. I would say I've maybe seen somebody like actively flagging down.
Okay, a couple questions, Dan. One,
once or twice.
You're
maybe.
Rudy Giuliani. You're
Yeah.
Rudy Giuliani.
Yeah.
Now let's just say it does, because it could happen. There's someone on the side of the road flagging that they need help.
Yeah.
How likely is it that Rudy Giuliani stops at a red?
Pull over! We gotta help that broad.
Does it seem in line with his character?
Does not. No.
Okay. Then after rendering assistance in this, you then go all the way down to an exit, because you can't just do a UE, even if, like, for whatever reason, you then go down to an exit and drive away the opposite direction.
Yeah.
And at that exact point, across from that, someone rear ends you with enough force to break your back.
Right.
Directly across from the cops.
Yeah, so that is the other part that is weird. Because you're on an interstate. So it sounds like the person that hit him was a 19-year-old kid, right? Which, again, imagine being a 19-year-old kid, getting in a car wreck, and then it's fucking Rudy Giuliani. First of all, I guess any 19-year-old kid is going to be who? But
right.
Not the best day for that 19-year-old kid, for sure. But you're traveling at pretty similar speeds on a highway. Getting rear-ended on a highway involves the car in front of you coming to an abrupt stop. So what happened? What is that? Did they stop to be like, oh, another thing?
I feel like we could say with certainty there are things we don't know about the truth of this matter, and that we should not go entirely on this version of events.
Well, I don't know why you're besmirching the name of Michael Ragusa as not being a reliable thing. He did only just recently run for city council in Brooklyn in 2023 and dropped out because there were forged signatures in his ballot to get onto the ballot. So I don't know why you're saying that about Michael Ragusa.
Just difficult, you know.
But here's the part that really sings, Maureen. His business partner and medical provider were promptly contacted and arrived at the hospital to oversee his care. Okay. I read that and I went, why did you contact his business partner to oversee his care? Because I will again read this sentence. We are both people of the letters.
Sure.
I'm going to extend Michael Ragusa the fact that he is perhaps not. His business partner and medical provider were promptly contacted and arrived at the hospital to oversee his care. Okay. I'm a big fan of the Oxford comma, Maureen.
Yeah. Okay.
And one of my examples always for good comma placement is you don't ever want to eat a ham and cheese and peanut butter and jelly sandwich. You want to eat a ham and cheese and you want to eat a peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah.
His business partner and medical provider were promptly contacted. The were there.
Yeah.
Implies what?
Two people.
Two people. And that's why I was like, why does his business partner need to be there? Well, it turns out they're the same person.
Okay.
His business partner and medical provider is a woman named Maria Ryan. Or, as she goes online, Dr. Maria.
Oh, Dr. Maria.
She is also probably his girlfriend in some capacity.
Hmm.
And in fact, Giuliani was in New Hampshire because that seems to be where she lives. He and Maria Ryan had gone to a New Hampshire Fisher Cats minor league baseball game earlier that day. When he was discharged from the hospital on Monday, she told the New York Post that she was helping to oversee his care. Now, every article mentions that Ryan and Giuliani have been dogged for years by rumors that they're an item. But Michael Ragusa told the New York Post, quote, her role is strictly focused on ensuring the mayor's health and recovery, drawing on her extensive background in clinical leadership and patient care. Any suggestion to the contrary is both unfounded and misleading. Mayor Giuliani and D. Ryan, now the D seems to be for doctor because her name is Maria.
The big D.
Mayor Giuliani and D. Ryan remain committed to transparency and professionalism. At this time, their sole focus is on the mayor's continued recovery and his return to work serving the American people.
Return to work doing what?
Yeah, that's a good question. Of course, Maureen, in 2018, the New York Daily News reported that the pair were spotted together at a New Hampshire resort as Giuliani was in the middle of a divorce from his third wife, Judith Nathan. Giuliani told the newspaper at the time that he just met with his, quote, good friend for business purposes. However, according to The Independent, quote, in a recorded conversation with his former employee, Noel Dunphy, Giuliani spoke at length about his relationship with Ryan, claiming they'd had a 2-year affair, but she'd never leave her husband. The recording was included as evidence of an ongoing sexual assault case brought by Dunphy against Giuliani in 2019. According to the recording, quote, she has this tremendous connection to her family and she loves me, but she can't leave her family, including her husband. In addition to the fact that it's been all this time and she's going to leave him, she's still there. I get along with him better than she does. He apparently also went on to say that at one point they talked about her leaving him and moving in with Rudy, but also the husband would move in.
Oh,
because
boy.
they get along so well.
That's it. Dan, you give me that sitcom right now. You give it to me.
So, Maureen Johnson, who is Maria Ryan? She is, in fact, his business partner and medical provider. And we know that because in a video from May 2024, stumping for Rudy Coffee, Rudy Giuliani's coffee venture, she introduces herself by saying, I'm Dr. Maria. Maureen, I want to take a quick side quest.
What?
Over to Rudy.coffee.
Oh! 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 What's this?
Rudy
what
dot coffee.
What the fuck is this?
Please, Maureen.
Oh
This
my
is an
God.
audio medium. If you could describe what you're looking at.
What? Oh! Dan, this looks AI generated.
Yes.
To a point where I don't even know where to begin.
Yes.
Okay, so apparently Rudy's selling coffee.
Yeah.
Oh boy. The first bag is a picture of him smiling in front of small town America.
Mm-hmm.
That's Rudy, America's Mayor Rudy morning coffee.
Yeah.
The next one is this sort of like Godfather style. It's in black and white. It looks like the gangs of New York.
There's mobsters in the background.
It's the picture of Rudy from the time that he was like fighting the mob, but it looks like a poster for The Godfather.
Yeah, definitely.
And that's the bold coffee.
Yeah.
And then there's a picture of Rudy in a tan suit looking at the sea with a cup of coffee in his hands and sunglasses on for the decaf.
Yeah. Now, that picture is also on the masthead of the website.
Yeah,
That
that's
picture
what
is 100% AI generated. You will notice that the hand that's holding the coffee seems to have 3 fingers.
it does.
It's got
It
sort of
does.
3 lumpy AI fingers.
And also, is that a foot? A second foot?
The
A
second
little.
foot seems to sort of, if you look at you can't see it on the bag, but if you look at the banner, the second foot seems to be sort of growing out of the sand, like he's
Yeah.
the Sandman, Spider-Man's nemesis.
You can also buy merch.
Mm-hmm. Rudy
Like
Coffee
mugs,
merchandise.
which mugs and tumblers and hats, but also just stuck in a book called The Biden Crime Family.
Yeah. The Blueprint for Their Prosecution by Rudy Giuliani, with a foreword by Stephen K. Bannon. What a book.
Apron. Oh, you can buy a coffee scented tin candle called Justice. There's also one that's Rudy coffee in a tin that just the scent is chilling.
I was going to be like, man, the Biden crime family, the Blueprint for Their Prosecution, written by Rudy Giuliani with a foreword by Stephen Bannon, it sure feels like a self-published thing, but nope, Simon and Schuster. Great job, everyone.
It's always, you guys, it's always fucking Simon and Schuster every goddamn time. Blog tips. He talks specialty coffee, mastering the art of coffee, why you shouldn't start. There's a video of him in his roasting facility giving a thumbs up as he's.
Yeah, he definitely.
See their Instagram. This is some real AI shit. Oh boy. Yeah. Dan, I'm gonna have some sort of episode.
Okay, well, I want to pull you away from your episode because I need to get back to Maria Ryan.
All right.
Remind you, this whole Rudy Coffee dalliance started by the video where she introduces herself with Dr. Maria. At the time, this was in May 24 when this came out. A Twitter user accused her of not being a real doctor. She replied, quote, "I most certainly am a real PhD doctor and a board-certified nurse practitioner. Therefore, I can practice independently to diagnose, treat, prescribe, etc. Do not defame me since you don't even know me. Perhaps you need a good quality coffee." I certainly am a real PhD doctor is not the thing you want to hear.
No.
If you're bleeding out somewhere.
I mean, it is true that a nurse practitioner with the correct, they pay the licensing and insurance, can actually treat independently to diagnose and prescribe.
Sure.
But she's definitely trying to fudge something with that whole PhD thing.
Yes. Well, she does go by Dr. Maria on Twitter, where this is according to The Independent, has denounced the coronavirus vaccine and lauded hydroxychloroquine. Man, I used to be able to say that no problem. Forgot all about it. As a COVID-19 treatment. She's also told the judge in Giuliani's bankruptcy case in June of last year in a letter that she, Dr. Maria Ryan, was the former mayor's, quote, medical director and advisor. Now, she is a real PhD doctor. So where is that PhD from, Maureen?
I'd like to know.
It is from a place called Warren National University. This is the Wikipedia entry for Warren National University. This is how it begins. Warren National University, previously known as Kennedy Western University, was an unaccredited private distance learning university that claimed to offer undergraduate and graduate degrees in the United States from 1984 to 2009. It has been described by federal investigators, congressional testimony, and news sources as a diploma mill. Was based in Wyoming, and the state of Wyoming revoked its education license in 2009, which is when it closed. Weirdly, that's also the year that Dr. Maria got that real PhD.
Right in under the wire.
Got it under the wire. Thank God. Think of all of that learning that would have gone to waste. But she is also business partners with Rudy Giuliani. She was a podcast host with him until that got canceled for a bit. In May of last year, she announced a TV gig that was set to launch in June of last year. I don't know if it ever did, on Frank's Speech, a broadcast channel run by MyPillow's Mike Lindell. Ryan's name cropped up repeatedly during last summer's bankruptcy case. Documents show that Giuliani paid off Ryan's credit card statements, which bankruptcy creditors took issue with because it meant that he was spending money on her that should have gone to the folks that he owes money to. She explained that it was okay because Giuliani Communications was a, quote, fledgling business. Both she and Giuliani would use their own cash to fund it. Ryan wrote, quote, at times I would use my credit card or my personal money to help Mayor Rudy Giuliani with groceries, medicine, or other bills. The mayor would reimburse me using his retirement fund. It's funny to me to say, look, we were an early stage business. We had to pay out of pocket. Here are my examples of our business expenses. His groceries and medicine, neither of which I want to point out are business expenses. Also, I just want to point out for anyone listening, if you're having an affair with someone and you find yourself buying their groceries and medicine, I feel like the thrill's gone. The thrill is gone at that point.
This is the world's worst throuple. Imagine your wife is like, I'm bringing in a third. Guess who it is? I'm
already not wearing pants. Did you buy my antibiotics yet?
Honey, why are we doing this? I'd like to discuss another guy, but this is the one, honey. He's our guy. I love him. I can't help it. The heart wants,
Dr. Maria was subpoenaed in the bankruptcy case.
Romantic.
It was reported that she evaded the process server by, quote, closing the door.
Oh. Okay. Just
anyway,
real slow,
Maureen,
like,
yeah. Just like it's like, yes. And then you see the door
real
just
quiet,
closes right
say
back.
nothing.
Yeah. Anyway, Maureen, after that whole weekend for Rudy Giuliani, America's mayor, Donald Trump announced that he's getting the Presidential Medal of Freedom.
Two of the greatest comments about all of this I saw online. The first was, we didn't think he could top 4 seasons total landscaping.
It's true.
And the second was, imagine this is your way of finding out that Rudy Giuliani had a spine. That's a good one.
Hey,
so he's in a mysterious incident on a road. Mm-hmm. He now has broken his thoracic vertebrae. He's with his lover / not doctor / person who buys his groceries.
Yeah.
And now he's going to get the Presidential Medal of Freedom.
I will point out that the Presidential Medal of Freedom was also given to Rush Limbaugh in his last days alive.
Isn't he also going to give it to Big Balls?
I think he's made mention that Big Balls might get it. Yeah.
Right. So in summary, this weekend, what we saw was, I think most people didn't think Trump was dead, but it was a kind of conversation about the fact that everybody seemed to have a party plan.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That was the main thing. It was like, oh, but like, seriously, what is your plan?
Like, I've had a plan since the first run. And that plan has always been, I'm wheeling my grill out to the front yard. I'm making a quick run for burgers and dogs. And I'm just grilling for all comers for the rest of the day.
That's a good idea.
Janice has made mention of champagne, and this, if anything, this weekend has made us realize that we need to get that in the fridge. We need that chilled and ready.
I told my mother that because she said when something happened, like she at one point she doesn't drink at all.
Yeah.
But something like I think Trump lost and she took a sip of cooking wine. And I was like, you don't drink that, Mom. That's so I told her to buy a very, very small bottle, like a little one server, and just put it in the back of the fridge. Because she doesn't, again, this woman took a sip of cooking wine. She doesn't know any, just buy a tiny bottle of actual wine. Whatever it is will be better than whatever you swigged from the closet.
Definitely.
But having a little bottle tucked away, I think that it's just a chance to remember to do something nice for yourself.
Yes, definitely.
Just get out, because as there was another comment, it's like, I'm not going to find out from the internet. I'm going to find out from the honking I hear outside.
100%. Without a doubt.
You'll just be like, it's real noisy all of a sudden. What's going on?
Oh, Rudy Giuliani.
Rudy. He's back, man. When he comes back, he comes back.
That guy is back.
That guy never shows up without something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He is the kind of, I don't know, like the Kramer that runs into the room all the time. Like he always makes an entrance.
I believe, or the last time we saw him at any level was walking down the aisle at the Republican National Convention and falling over into a line of seats.
Okay, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He's that guy. So many questions. This is mystery week on Says Who.
Yeah, for real.
What was going on with the president for those 3 days? What was being thrown out the window? What happened on the road with Rudy Giuliani on I-93 in New Hampshire?
Yeah.
These are all what's going to be announced at 2:00. These are all mysteries.
That we'll know.
We'll know that. We might know some
the
others.
answer to that one.
Tune in next week for more mysteries with Says Who.
In the meantime, Says Who is made possible by you. Thank you for your support of our Patreon at patreon.com/sayswho. That's our Patreon, where we're back on it, baby. Every Sunday, most every Sunday, you get this all over again. We do a little thing we call the Town Watch, and that's for you. If you give it $5, add another $5 onto that pile, and you get a sticker in the mail every month because you become a member of the Says Who Sticker Club. And the most important thing is all of that money immediately goes to making this whole thing possible. So it's extremely, like, we're not kidding around where it's made possible by you. It is made possible by you. So thank you. Our theme music was performed by Ted Leo. Our logo was designed by Darth. You can contact us at sayswhopodcast.com on Blue Sky, at sayswho@omfg.town on Mastodon. You can always email that, hey, that's HEY, at sayswhopodcast.com. You can join the discussion on Facebook at /groups/sayswhovians. Our Facebook group is moderated by Janice Dillard. Thanks, Janice. If you want to join the Fan Run Discord server, you can always go to tinyurl.com/sayswhodiscord. Whatever you do, spread the word, subscribe, leave stars and reviews on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, or wherever it is that you listen. And you can join us next week, September 10th.
Oh, no. Dan, that's the day my book is due.
That'll be fine.
That's the day my book is due, Dan.
You might not hear from us on September 10th.
Maybe the 11th?
Or he might be a little busy on the 9th. Yeah, we'll figure it out. You'll hear from us next week sometime, possible.
But then the worst of this summer tumult will be over.
That's the hope. That is the hope.
It better be.
It better fucking be. It better fucking be.
It really. We're not kidding anymore.
No, for sure. Summer 2025, for me, one of the worst.
Sorry, Dan.
It's all right. Anyway, from my basement back home in Chicago, I am Dan Sinker.
And then from New York City, baby, I'm Maureen Johnson.
And this has been Says Who. I think they stopped on the road. That's the only,
right.
what if, oh my God, what if it was this? What if, let's just take the domestic violence incident on fact,
Okay.
right? And they get off and they go back on for some reason going the other direction. And then they're like, Rudy's like, hey, what's going on over there? Because he has no recollection whatsoever of the last 45 minutes of his life. And he's like, stop, there's cops. I can go say hi to them. And so the guy hits the brakes and then wham.
I have a theory that leads into that.
Okay.
Why they went north.
Yeah.
They want to go back and like they pulled away, but they need to tell the cops something else. So they have to loop all the way around. But then they stop trying to do it and they get hit.
Yeah. No, we could just go over the median.
Ah, girl.
I'll just climb over that little wall.
Sir, Mr. Giuliani, sir, I don't think you should be. Sir, it's just, we're going to McDonald's, sir. I know the guy at the drive-thru, and we can hook you up with some fried calamari, just like you like it. Real fucking spicy. And then we'll put up the fart screen, sir. It'll be fine.